Okay, this is Clover's week 2 video recap. So we're starting out with just a little bit of play using the flirt pole. Good job, Clover. So I like using the flirt pole for a couple of reasons. One of them being this keeps my hands out of the equation. So Clover can chase us around, she can stalk it, she can grab onto it, she can fling it around, and I can stay in a nice standing position, and my hands are nowhere near her. Good job. Good girl. So we're going to start out by reviewing what we taught the puppies in week 1. We're just going to do a quick recap on that, and then we'll move into the new skills that we worked on in week 2. So once I get this toy away from her, we'll move right into those skills. Good job, Clover. Oh my goodness, you're a happy girl. Get it. Get it, get it. Whoo. Good puppy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good dog. You really got it there. Good girl, Clover. Good job. So when she's in possession of this flirt pole, you can see that I'm just kind of putting like some gentle opposition on it. I'm not pulling her across the floor. I'm not picking her up off the floor. Just playing gently with her. Good girl. Oh, you got it good. What a good pupper. What a good girl. Yeah. Good job, Clover. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is charge our reward marker or our clicker. So we've been doing this at the beginning of each training session with these puppies. We just want them to have a really strong association between hearing that click and being rewarded with a piece of food. So when I'm charging my clicker, I'm not asking Clover for any behaviors. I am literally just going to click the clicker and give her a piece of food. And I'm just going to do this like twice before we get started. Good job. We have been continuing to work on food luring. So this week we're just adding a little more distance, meaning we're having the puppies take a few more steps with us before we mark and reward. We've also been continuing to pair their names with this as well this week. Clover. Clover. What a good puppy. So I do like to practice this skill with both hands just to make sure that no matter if I have that food in my left or my right hand, my puppy will still follow that food lure. Clover. Whoops. Clover. Nice work, girly. Okay, from here we're going to move right into our hand targets or our touch command. So this week with our touch, we are putting our hand out nice and flat, maybe a foot or two away from the dog, cueing them to touch. When they hit our hand with their snout, that's when we're going to mark and reward them. Clover, touch. Good puppy. Oh my goodness. Clover, touch. Good girl. Clover, touch. Touch. Good dog. Good girl, Clover. We've also been reviewing our sits this week. So we're doing sits with duration. So I'm going to feed Clover a couple of follow-up cookies when she's in that sit position before I use that reset cookie to let her out of that sit. Clover, sit. Good girl. Whoops. Go get it. Let's do that again since I fumbled there. Clover, sit. Go get it. Sliding all over the place on this floor, sweetheart. So if you are practicing this on a slippery floor and they're having a hard time, you can pull out a blanket or something just so that they're not slipping around all over the place. Clover, sit. Good dog. Good girl. Go get it. Nice work. Okay, so now we're going to move into the new skills that the puppies learned this week. The first one is going to be our down. So the easiest way to teach a dog to go into the down position is to start with them in a sit. So once I get Clover into a sit position, I'm going to get her on a food lure, and I'm going to bring my hand straight down to the floor nice and slow because I want her licking that food the whole time. As soon as her elbows hit the ground, that's when I'm going to mark and reward her. And then similar to our sits, I am going to try to give her a piece or two as a follow-up for maintaining position before I release her. Where'd you go, silly? Clover, sit. Down. Go get it. Nice work. Good girl. Clover, sit. Down. So putting that food on the floor right between her paws, giving her a few pieces in a row. Go get it. Tossing that reset. We'll do one more. Nice work, Clover. Sit. Down. Good girl. You're so excited today. Oh my goodness, you can't get that piece. Go get it. Food keeps sliding around on the floor. Okay, we're gonna take a play break. Oh, get it. Good job, Clover. Oh my goodness. So something that I like to do when my puppies are in possession of a toy is I do like to handle them a little bit. I want to make sure that they're comfortable with me touching them while they're in possession of a toy. So we'll do that a few times here with Miss Clover. What a good girl. Get it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good job. What a good puppy. Good girl. Good job. So the next thing we're going to work on once I get this toy back from her is our mat. So in week 2, we want the puppies offering us a down position on the mat and then holding that down for just a short duration. So we're starting to build duration this week, and we're going to do that by giving them some follow-up cookies just like we were for their sits and their downs. Good job, Clover. Oh my goodness. Good girl. You shaking it? Are you shaking it? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna use a piece of food so I can get this back from her without any conflict. Yeah, good dog. Okay, let me get the mat. You're so excited, Clover. Happy puppy. Okay. So I'm going to help her into the down this first repetition here. Giving her a couple follow-ups for that duration. Go get it. And then I am going to move the mat a little bit. We'll do the same thing here. Going to help her again because she's so excited. Want to make sure we're having successful repetitions here. Uh-oh. Go get it. Going to move that mat again. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Good dog. You're quick. Yeah. Go get it. Want to do one more with her here? I'm just going to wait and see if she'll offer me that down. If after a few seconds she's still struggling, then I'll help her. Okay, so she's still struggling a little bit there. Good dog. Giving her a couple follow-ups. Go get it. Nice work, Clover. Okay. We've been continuing to work on the puppy's name recognition by playing our flying cookie game. So for this, I'm going to take a piece of food, I'm going to show it to Clover, and I'm going to toss it away. As she chases that piece of food and is finishing eating it up, that's when I'm going to call her name nice and loud. As soon as she turns in my direction in response to her name, that's when I'm going to click. And then I'm going to reward nice and close to my body. Go get it. You're such a wiggle worm. Clover. So now when I toss the next one, I'm going to toss it in a different direction. Go get it. Oops, I don't think she saw it. Clover. There we go. Clover. Go get it. Clover. You're quick, girly. Go get it. Clover. Good dog. We'll do one more here. Go get it. Clover. Good girl. Nice work. We've been playing crate games with the puppies this week just to build up the value of them being in the crate. So when Clover goes in, I'm going to mark and reward her for having all 4 paws in the crate. And then I'm going to give her a few follow-up cookies to really build up the value of her being inside the crate. When I'm ready to let her out, I am going to meet her right at the threshold with a cookie. And then I'm going to tell her, okay, and toss that piece of food away. Clover. Come here. Oh, great. So marking and rewarding there. Giving her a follow-up cookie or 2. And then when I'm ready to let her out, meeting her right at the threshold. Okay. And tossing that food away. Right here. Good girl. Clover, great. Right here. So again, giving her a follow-up cookie. Building up that value. Okay. We'll do one more. Clover, great. Good puppy. Okay. Good work. Nice job. Okay. We've been continuing to get the puppies used to wearing a harness. Whoops. So a lot of times what happens when we're first introducing the harness is we get it on the puppy and they kind of like stiffen up. They're not quite sure what to do. So I like to, after I get the harness on the puppy, I will either do some play with the flirt pole, or if they would prefer to work with food, I will get them to follow a food lure for a couple repetitions. So let me get her here. You are such a wiggle worm, yeah. So I find it easiest with when the puppies are this small to get that harness on while I'm holding them. This one has Velcro. So I will do my best to get it Velcroed while I still have the puppy in my arms. Oh my goodness, you're a real wiggle worm. This one also, besides the Velcro, has a little clip. So sometimes what I'll do is I will put a piece of food down on the floor so that I can do the clip while the dog is busy eating that piece of food. Just making that a little bit tighter. Okay. So now I'm going to bring that flirt pole back out. See if Clover wants to play. Yeah, look at that. Good dog. And we'll do this for a couple minutes. For me, like, I find that the puppy's less likely to think about the fact that they have that harness on if they're busy doing something. So that's why I like to either have them chase around a flirt pole or some other toy, or work with food. So work on like one of the skills we've been working on with them while they're wearing the harness. What a good puppy. Good job. Yeah. Oh, get it. Get it. So the last thing we're going to work on today after I get this toy back from Clover is our body handling. So we're just going to quickly review all the handling we did in week 1, and then we're going to move into grooming tools. So we introduced the puppies to grooming tools this week, specifically nail clippers. So in week 2, we aren't actually clipping their nails. We are just getting them used to the nail clippers touching their body. So I do like to sit on the floor when I am doing body handling with puppies that are this small. The other option would be to have them up on an elevated surface like a table or a desk or something. The only thing with that is you do want to keep safety in mind. You don't want them to accidentally fall off of it or try to jump off of it. So we're just going to quickly review body handling that we did in week 1. Hi, you're such a squirmy worm. So we'll do a couple of restraint holds. So let me get her up first. So restraint hold is when I just slip my hand underneath her belly. Yes, good dog. We've been handling their ears. So for their ears and their tail, I'm not yanking on their ears or their tail. I am just flipping their ears over so I can get a good look, or lifting up their tail. Yes. Marking with it yes and giving them the food. I personally prefer to use a verbal marker for this, a yes, instead of the clicker, only because we're working so close to their face that I don't want the clicker to be so loud that it startles them. Let's do another restraint hold here. Yes, good puppy. So for her tail, I'm just going to gently lift up that tail. Yes, what a good puppy. And then for the paws, I do like to start up at the top of their paw or their leg and kind of work my way down and then massage their paw. So I'll start up at her shoulder, whoops. Oh my goodness. I'll start up at her shoulder, bring my hand down, lightly massage that paw. Yes, mark with that yes. Good girl. See if we can do a hind leg here. Yes, good dog. And then I'm going to get her to turn so I can do those other paws. Ooh. Yes, good dog. And then we just got to get that last hind leg. Yes, good girl. Good job. Okay, so now I'm going to take the harness off just so that when I'm working with the nail clippers, it's easier to see. Only because she's got a lot of stuff going on right now. Did you already eat that piece of cheese? You're so quick. You're so quick. Come here. There you go, you goof. Okay, so this week when we're working with the nail clippers, again, we're not actually clipping the puppy's nails. I just want to get her used to the nail clippers touching her body. So maybe I'll start by bringing those nail clippers just down her leg or her spine or her back. Good job. We'll do that again. I know, what is that? Yes. So if she's real interested in that tool like she is at the moment, I am going to just toss a reset cookie. Go get it. And kind of start over with her. Because yeah, she's very interested in the tool. Which that's okay if she's sniffing it. But I do want her to stay on this piece of food while I'm working with that tool. Yes, much better. Yes. Yes. So again, it doesn't really matter where on their body you're touching them with the tool. I just want to get her used to feeling it. Yes. Good dog. I'll try to do one more here. Yes, good job, Clover. Nice work. That is it for Clover's week 2 video recap. Make sure that you're looking at your video library as well as your handouts for a lot more detailed information on all the skills we've been working on with the puppies this week. Good job.